the most. Number one is when I get to recognize new diamonds. Number two is when we do a product launch, a new product for a new market. And as of this moment, we are officially launching for sale here in Singapore, Jeunesse RVL. What do you think of RVL?
Whoa!
Now what's good is that we kind of did a launch already, right? We did in Thailand Expo. So I want to know, back in Thailand in September, who has already bought and who has already used RVL? Who's already bought and used RVL? Put your hand up, wave your hand so I can see. That's good. That's, I think, maybe a third of the room. I want to know, so maybe in Thailand, maybe you only could buy 1 or 2 boxes, but is there anyone in the room who believes they have already experienced or seen results from using RVL? Put your hand up if you think you've already seen results just in the few boxes or few times using it. Okay, few hands, good. I know it's more of a long-term product to get good results. I want to tell you about the history, how this product came about, how we were able to introduce it into Jeunesse. So you know this man, right? Dr. Nathan Newman. He is one of our very first scientists involved in the very first product we had, which is Jeunesse Serum. He is a certified dermatologist, he's a certified cosmetic surgeon. He brought to us the Luminesse range and the science behind Luminesse. But I've known him for a number of years. I've been with Jeunesse now for 7 years. And I've known Dr. Newman for 7 years. I can tell you, when I first met him, he looked a lot different. And when I first met him, there was already talk then about a hair care line. So it's been that long in the making. Why do you think Dr. Newman is so personally interested in a hair care line? Why do you think? Okay, I met him around 2009. And this is the Dr. Newman that I've seen over these last few years. Something has happened to him, and it's happened very, very quickly. There's a word, alopecia, hair loss. So unfortunately, his work, his science wasn't as fast as his own hair loss. But can we say, was he motivated? Was he motivated to find a solution?
Yes.
What you need to know about hair loss, every day we're all losing hair. Just do this, shower, shampoo, sleeping. We lose 30 to 40 hairs a day, but some are losing up to 200, even 300 hairs a day. And it's not just men. Men may be more famous for balding hair loss, but 40% of women suffer from hair loss as well. If you know this picture from science, right? High school, the anatomy of hair, how it works, the hair shaft, the follicle. Well, this is my high school textbook. There's something they didn't include there because we didn't know much about it then, and that is stem cells. Stem cells also play a very important part in hair anatomy, and it's down here in the follicle. See these dots here? These are the stem cells. This is where stem cells go. This is where stem cells are activated. This is where the stem cells do their job to create the hair that we grow. And that's a new science. I want to tell you about that science because it taps in very well with Jeunesse and who we are. We really are the pioneers in certain aspects of stem cell technology, particularly the growth factors. Now we have other products called the Luminesse skincare line, and we have a specific trademark technology in those to do with stem cells. Anyone know what that is?
Growth factor.
Good, Billy, that's why you're the double diamond man, front row. APT 200. It stands for, do you know what it stands for? That's even
Advanced
more.
polypeptide technology.
Oh, again, smart girls sit in the front. You get A if you sit in the front. Advanced polypeptide technology, and the number is?
200.
200. Really good. APT 200. Okay, so the APT 200 is in the Luminesse skincare line. That comes from human origins, from human adipose tissue, right? You know that science. This one's a little bit different. Dr. Nathan Newman looked at another source, not human-derived source, but there was a lot of new science on plant stem cells. So he looked at plant stem cells. He went through a whole bunch of research. He looked at all these different botanicals. So these were his steps. Step number one is scanning. Scanning all of the available literature to see what's there, what's good and works. The next step is selecting. Going through all these botanicals, which ones were the best, which ones had the greatest efficacy, which ones could truly help and had scientific proof to truly help with all aspects of hair, not just hair loss. This was the short list he came up with. This is the selecting process, these are the botanicals we use. Now what I find interesting, I'm trying to look, is there anyone in the room of Indian origin? Anyone Indian? There's some Indians over here. When you look at that, what do you think? Is anything familiar about these? Is there one word that you could say? Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic. So we talk about this in India. Indians are going, hey, this is Ayurvedic. We've known this for thousands of years, right? Most of these, yes, are traditional Ayurvedic. Indians 2,000 years ago did not have the science that we have, but they knew that these products work. Nowadays, science has matched the strength of tradition, custom of Ayurvedic, saying these really do work for hair. And if you want to see a race of culture with really good, healthy hair, Indians, great hair. So a lot of this is Ayurvedic. So step number 2 was selecting. Step number 3 is where it gets interesting. Step number 3 is the stem cells. Now plants have stem cells, similar to human stem cells, but same but different, right? Not really the same. The stem cells are very, very few. This is a magnification of the root. At the very tip of the root, where most like the nutrients are drawn in, this is the stem cells here. You see the purple, and there's very, very few stem cells. But what is good, and then you think, is Jeunesse pulling up all of these plants and cutting all of these roots, getting all of these stem cells to put in our hair care product? No. The way I think about it is if you do baking or bread making, you need to use yeast, right? You know how yeast works. How much yeast do you need to get started? You just need 1 cell, really. Like usually you use a teaspoon maybe, because when you put it in the right growth solution, when you give it the right food, moisture, nourishment, temperature, it grows and it grows and it replicates. So the same with our APT 200. We put it in a growth solution and you need a little bit, but in that growth solution it can grow and replicate, and the same with the stem cells. So this is Dr. Nathan Newman's science. He's the one that developed and trademarked how to extract what we call peptides, polypeptides. So producing polypeptides, for the first time you can hear this term, hair polypeptide technology. Hair polypeptide technology, or HPT. So no longer APT, that's for the skincare. Hair care is HPT. So the science behind it, when he was looking at the hair polypeptides, a polypeptide, the way I understand it, is in the middle. You have amino acids. When you get lots of amino acids and you combine them, you make proteins. So proteins are made of amino acids, but a polypeptide is in the middle. When you just get a couple of amino acids, they form different polypeptides. The next step is protein. So, polypeptides, and they've got big scientific names. You don't need to know the name, like IGF 1 to 69. So this is the name. But when Dr. Nathan Newman looked at all the different things they could do related to hair, these active ingredients, these polypeptides, when exposed in the right conditions, do like hair regrowth, hair follicle development, transition for the hair cycle, follicle regeneration. So the science was there. If only he could tap into these polypeptides and get them somehow delivered into the hair, into the follicle. And that's what he did. And this is why it took so many years. Jeunesse exclusive came up with the strongest scientific data available, found the top 6, called it HPT6, hair polypeptide technology, and that's when he started to have fun. That's when he could start to do the clinical trials. So does it work? Step number 1, in vitro, in test tubes. Here we can see stem cells. These are control, that is, stem cells in a neutral environment, so normal stem cells, and when he exposed them to the different polypeptides, they started to change. And the interesting thing is the change, they started to take on human hair-like characteristics, meaning a stem cell, which is neutral, It can become anything. A stem cell can become skin, hair, muscle, liver, brain, but this neutral stem cell exposed to these polypeptides started to turn into hair. So this is like when he's getting excited, bingo, I can actually make hair out of polypeptides. Then, exposed in clinical trials, it started to work. It was really working. So if you're a scientist, researcher, at this point, wouldn't you be so excited that your theory is becoming reality? Hair started developing in the follicle in 2 weeks. Now let me tell you old school thinking. Old school thinking with hair regeneration is once you've lost your hair, once the follicle is dead, there is no way to grow your hair back. That's the truth. In every clinic you go to, for whatever method they use for hair restoration, they say, if the follicle's dead, God, it's too late. True, up until now. Up until now. Hair started developing in follicles that were previously dead or dormant. Looking at someone so incredibly bald, with really very, very few follicles, his follicles are dead, started to produce hair. So it's still weak follicles, but Dr. Newman saw this starting to happen. It was true, this theory of polypeptides, the right polypeptides in the right condition, getting down to those stem cells. Remember that picture I showed you? When if you get the stem cells there to live in the right environment, it started working. So, at that point, he was able to publish a paper. I put this on my Facebook last week. This is it. Conventional and novel stem cell-based therapies for androgenic alopecia, Dr. Nathan Newman. So he published it, made it available to the scientific community. They can pick it to death, they can try and duplicate it, ratify it. But this is the published paper, available for free on the internet. You can read the whole thing if you want, download it. So that's the point where it's victory, it's bingo. He did it. He developed stem cell technology to work on hair, and then you take it to the next step. Then he needed to develop into a product line that he could actually use in clinical trials. And this was actually, it did not have this name or this look, but what we now know as the RVL was actually developed a few years ago. It takes that long to bring it to the market. So there are three things. First of all, a shampoo. You can read here what it does, but I've used the shampoo since September. It's really good. It's really rich. It's clear. It looks like water gel, like clear hair gel. I use just the tiniest amount. Actually, I have one bottle that lasts more than 3 months. I just use a small dab. I've really got thin hair as well, so it goes a long way. But this is the shampoo, step number one. For the serum, I talk about next, but for the serum to penetrate the scalp, you've got to get rid of all of the oils. You've got to get rid of the shampoo, the conditioner, all of the grease, creams, gel, whatever. You need to get all of that out in order for the scalp to be clean enough to receive the next step, which is the scalp, HPT, the scalp treatment. Call it the RVL scalp treatment. So it looks like a syringe, I guess it kind of is, but not sharp. It holds the liquid HPT6 is it's like water almost. Slight color, slight fragrance. But this is the most concentrated amount of the HPT6. Shampoo does not have any HPT6. It doesn't work that way. This shampoo is designed to wash everything away and rinse. But this is concentrated HPT6. This is the good stuff. This you put straight on your scalp and it starts working, penetrating straight away. Does not irritate the scalp. There's no known side effects. Very, very safe. And the last step, the conditioner. Now this is unusual because usually, shampoo, wash, conditioner wash, but this you do not wash in the shower, you do not rinse. This is a spray-in, leave-in conditioner. Now the conditioner also has HPT6. So the previous step, we put it straight on our scalp. This one was spraying onto our hair. And it makes your hair good, stronger, increases moisturization. It's got a lot of good hair stuff in it, but I just mainly want to talk about the HPT6 because we're talking about the properties of RVL. Now, one thing he needed to do in the HPT6, there needed to be a preservative. There's lots of natural ingredients, and we wanted to have a shelf life of at least 2 years. But he said, I want to see, is there a preservative available that is good and natural, not harmful chemicals, but is there one that can also have beneficial effect on the hair? And he found it, and it's neem. Do you know neem? You've heard of neem? Again, the Indians, yeah, told you so, about thousands of years, right? Neem is really good for many, like skin, many topical applications, but our preservative is neem leaf extract, and neem is also really good for your hair at the same time. So it's a good, positive, beneficial preservative. What was also important to Dr. Newman, they need to be free from parabens, free from sulfates, no silicons, no dyes. He didn't want any of the nasty stuff. He just wanted the good stuff. So in our range, there is none of those things. There's no parabens, sulfates, silicons, there's no dyes. Our products, if someone is vegan to that extreme and they even want vegan hair products, it's vegan, it's also not tested on animals. What do you think of that? Does that make you feel good? Yes. Okay, so it's lots of good stuff, natural botanicals, none of the bad stuff. What is the benefits? What will it do? Okay, so we're talking a little bit about hair restoration, hair regrowth, but it builds strength from within. It's not just looking after the hair. There's a truth, and it may scare you, but hair is dead. You know that? Hair is dead. So a lot of people say, do this, put life into your hair. Not really. Like, you can moisturize your hair. There's different things you can do to protect, but what you want to do is get into the scalp. In the scalp is where the hair is alive. Under the skin, under the scalp is where the new hair is being made. That's where you need to get the nourishment, the nutrients, and the food in the scalp. So it can build strength from within, give you thicker, fuller looking hair, long-lasting silky feel, it hydrates, adds some moisturization, safe for colored treated hair. Christine Ang says, oh, thank goodness, right? Jeunesse exclusive HPT6. It's for all hair types. Now, I've had people ask, other ranges, they've got special shampoo conditioner for greasy hair, shampoo conditioner for dry hair, color-treated hair, damaged hair. No, we just have one. Our one range is good for all hair types. Long hair, short hair, male hair, female hair, Asian, Matsali, Angmo, Guaylo, whatever you want to call us. All hair types, one product.
RVL hair care system is the next big thing that we've created. I started losing my hair, and I've tried about everything except for hair transplants to get my hair back. I've treated a lot of patients who lose their hair and they lose their confidence. We've created a unique set of polypeptides, which we call Hair Polypeptide Technology 6, HPT6. The HPT6 contains the polypeptides from 6 different plants. The black seed, Indian gooseberry, curry leaf, shikakai, tulsi, and hibiscus. The RVL hair care system consists of a shampoo, a serum, and a leave-in conditioner. The shampoo is to be used on a daily basis. The next product after the shampoo is a scalp infusion treatment. The scalp infusion treatment should be used on wet or dry scalp, not in the shower. You should use it twice a day, uncap it, and apply it to the scalp, 2 to 3 pumps and leave it on the scalp. After that, you want to put on the leave-in conditioner. The leave-in conditioner is sprayed on to wet or dry hair, and then you can style your hair and you're done. The RVL hair care system is designed to be used for men and women alike. To my Jeunesse family, I look forward to seeing your before and after pictures.
Let's give Dr. Nathan Newman a round of applause. Now, what you want to know is, does it work? You say, Chris, I don't care about the science. I'm not a scientist. I don't care about all the ingredients. I trust Jeunesse. I trust you've done the research. What I want to know is, does it work? So, Dr. Nathan, at this point, he's so excited. He's got a trademark. He's done everything. Now, the clinical trials. So, for several months, he had people on clinical trials. Before 2 months, you can see almost no follicles. You see new follicles starting to come to life. New hair growing. You can see, I like this one, because you actually see like this chunk of new hair in the triangle. This is the new hair that's grown out of what was previously, you probably call it a dead patch. Scalp treatment. Before 3 months, 8 months, your hair, you see the hair starting to get thicker, fuller. They're just thickening out, more follicles becoming activated. 7 months here, there's another gentleman, quite, bald patch happening, it's reversing. Again, thicker, fuller hair. From the the thinning at the sides here as well. 7 months. This one, quite a significant bald patch on top, again, thicker, fuller hair, starting to cover in the bald patches. This one, I presume this is a lady, like quite thin hair. She grows it extra long so she can hide it. But after 10 months, and also what I noticed, that obviously she's color treating her hair as well. So it's strong enough that it can handle some, peroxides in different colors. And look, I think another lady, thinning, obviously dark, rich, thicker, fuller hair. Billy before showed me on his phone a couple of your customers, your friends, and quite obvious. Actually, I think your pictures are even better than some of Dr. Nathan Newman's from his trials. So, are you convinced that it works?
Yes.
Are you keen to try it for yourself, or can you think of someone who may benefit from this? Yeah. Okay, let's have a look again. How to use it. One more instruction so you make sure we're all doing it right. It is that easy. Yeah. Shampoo, serum, spray-on conditioner. Now before I finish, I want to impress something upon you. This is a university. I'm not really converting to retail customers. Almost everyone in the room is a Jeunesse distributor, right? We're here to do business. I want to impress upon your minds the business power of what we are giving you here today. We are giving you a product that a few of you in the room, if you are really serious, you could become a millionaire just from this product alone, just in Singapore. But there's so much more to it than that. How far will people go for their hair? How far will they go to hide hair loss? Maybe some people in the room already a bit uncomfortable. I don't know, toupees, I don't know if you had hair treatment. But hair is important. Hair is expensive. We're willing to spend more money on hair than most other things. If you are suffering with hair challenges, a wig, you want a wig, quick hide, $30,000 to $3,000 is the cost for a wig or a toupee. Another thing you can do, hair plugs, where they literally pull out the follicles like surgically and stick them in your head. Challenges, pain, it works, some may not look so good. $4,000 to $15,000 is what someone is willing to spend on hair plugs. There's other treatments, such as hair tattooing. If you've got short hair, men can actually get like literally tattoo gun and they tattoo all these little dots. That's around $5,000 for hair follicle tattooing. There's laser therapy where the laser stimulates under the skin the follicle. You have to do that constantly. That's between $3,000 and $5,000 a year for laser therapy. People are willing to spend that much money to achieve what we can achieve clinically proven results using a simple, at-home, do-it-yourself, natural product, natural ingredients that achieves all of this. So that's the business side. Think about the opportunity here in Singapore. Think about the value, the money. Think about the market and what people want and what they're willing to pay. We give you tools to help you with your business. In your back office or on other websites, you've got brochures in many different languages, we've got posters, we've got banners, we have videos. This is available, this one is in Thai language, so many different languages. We are giving you the tools, all the tools that you need to wholesale, to retail, and to even recruit, sign up people with this one product alone. I'll show you where you get this from. If you go to more of the marketing material, we have one dedicated website now for all of our marketing material. It's sharejeunesse.com. If you go to sharejeunesse.com and just in the top corner write RVL and do a search, it'll condense all of the material. The PowerPoint I've shown you, all of the videos, all of this material is available on sharejeunesse.com. So with this, we have officially launched for sale the RVL, the Reveal here in Singapore. It goes on sale today. The first pickup can be tomorrow from the office. And to let you know more about that, I'll soon have my next speakers because we have an event pack. We're going to give you discounts. We want it to get in your hands. We want you to use it. We want you to try it. And we want you to think like business people. This is a product that no one else in the world has. I don't know of even any direct selling company that has, they all have shampoo conditioner, but a product that actually works to this degree to fill a market niche, to meet the demand for people who want to look after their hair, restore their hair, or even as a preventative. If you're not losing your hair yet, still use it because it helps work as a hair loss preventative. Most men will struggle with this in their lifetime. Up to 40% of the women, Jeunesse has the answers. I present to you Reveal. Thank you.